Hey guys, this is Jim, aka Armorama, and welcome to another one of my World of Tanks videos. This one's going to be on the T-30. I've had this tank for a while, but I recently upgraded it to the 155 millimeter gun. And I don't know if any of you've seen the Bohemian Eagle, Mighty Jingles video on this he did the same thing. He reviewed this tank and then went and did a 155 millimeter update once he got that barrel. So I'm just skipping right to the full tank here. And I think my experiences, at least so far, have been a little better with the 155 millimeter, and you'll see that in a second here in a gameplay video. But let's go ahead and look over the tank. This tank is very similar to the T-34 in terms of armor. The turret is slightly different, has a different rear, I think, and some slightly different some benefits there. But you can see, for instance, here's the T-34, and then the T-30. So very similar. It's ironic that the T-34 is showing as a kind of slightly larger muzzle brake there. But anyways, let's look at the armor. So you've got 102 7651. T-34 is 102 7651. So the turret armor on the T-34 is 279 127 203, and you can see on this one it's actually got less armor on the turret, 279 127 and 102, versus the T-34 had slightly 100 millimeters more protection on the back. So. The gun that I was using was the 120 millimeter T-53 gun, and that one was pretty good. It fired 400 alpha and 248 penetration, and probably between 6 and 7 rounds a minute. The higher tier gun, the tier 10 gun, T7, that fires 750 alpha damage average and 276 penetration, really good. But only about three and a half rounds or so with the gun rammer and so forth a minute, which is a long load time. Then you're getting back into the BL-10 and guns like that. So, in fact, I have the Object 704, so you can see in terms of comparison, 750 alpha damage, 286, and this one's a little faster at 3.5. But the benefit obviously with the T-30 is that it's a turreted gun. A turreted tank versus a typical tank destroyer. You might notice my crew. I've had this crew for a while. I started them out, I believe, in my American Tank Destroyer line. They were in my Hellcat for quite a long time because I kind of stalled at that tank and played it for a long time before I moved on to the T-25. I did engineer them this way. So it was supposed to be an all-black tank crew, obviously, from the days of World War II, where they did have such things. So the crew's got pretty good skills and perks, and I was a little disappointed when I got the T-30 that I had to train a brand new loader, because obviously he's starting off down at the bottom. If I'd had Band of Brothers or something, I would have been really irritated, although that did happen to be on another tank where now I've got to train up all my guys. So let's go ahead and after that quick look here in terms of stats, playing this tank I've done, I don't know, pretty well. Let's see, T-30, there it is. 57% win ratio, average experience per battle 725, and pretty good stats. I wouldn't say they're great. Obviously, these are just in yellow, so they're not so great. But interesting to see if these will change now that I've got the higher alpha gun. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that gameplay video, and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a battle on Westfield, as you can see. Mostly a Tier 9 battle, which was good for this particular engagement. This is actually the second time I played the T-30 with the 155 millimeter gun. The first outing did not go so well, actually, for me. I was on mines, and I went on the east side, and none of my teammates followed me over on the east side, so I was kind of hiding behind a building, trying to cover that rock flank there near the hill. A flanking point, and they just they got me. I got 2 good shots off, but this game goes a lot better for my second game with the 155 millimeter. So I can speed it up a little bit here and move up to the hill. I decided to go all the way up to the hill point. I noticed that the gun, I'm playing around with the gun depression at this point, so you can see. Well, actually, I will be here in just a few seconds, but you can see the gun has really, the T-30 has pretty good gun depression. And I believe I swing it around here, that's why I'm not going into wide out view. There we go. I spin it around. Yeah. So you got good gun depression. And so I decided to use this little bush flanking area. I'm not really sure I've ever done this before as a tactic. It seems to work pretty well, actually. I could have gone to the end of this hill, obviously. I believe the low goes there, but I wanted to just get off an early shot, because obviously I have long load time, so I wanted to get a shot here, and boom, 842, and I light him on fire. So that got me 1,000 XP, or 1,000 damage right there. And we're loading, and then I pop up, and...
Vehicle destroyed.
So a very unhappy Centurion driver there, I'm sure. Sorry to not, to probably spoil his fun for this game. Kind of a dumb place to be, though, to be honest, in Centurion. You want to be up towards this hill ridge line and get, like these guys are, and get some protection. And you don't want to be too far back, too, like this E75, who's about to get a little lesson in 155mm. Now, I did shoot it in an odd place there, and the Jag Tiger at 8.8, he knocked he got a ricochet off of me, so. So I try to pop out here again, and I decide to just stay focused on the E75. And I try to pop over and get this E75, and I hit him again. So we're up to a little over 2 minutes. Excuse me, a little over 2 minutes of the game. 2889 in damage. So you can see how this gun, if you can do sustained firing, can do some massive damage. Trying to get another shot. I missed the shot on the WZ. That was a poor shot on my part. I should have taken a better shot at a more fixed target. This guy keeps popping up. The premium Jag Tiger. Jag Tiger. Old habits die hard. 782 hit on him. Now we're up to 3671 damage. So my team did a really good job here. They had a whole defensive line, and they kept these guys off of, essentially, they were completely acting defensively. Missed that one. And we've whittled them down. Obviously they've lost 5 at this point. But here's where things go bad. Essentially, my team pushes, push them out of this valley, dell, and KV-4. Waiting for the reload on this can be a little painful. See, that one cost me. I could have potentially killed him. I don't believe I get too many, maybe I do. I can't remember how many kills I got in this game. But we're up to 4,000 damage. And again, not even 4 minutes into the game. So about 1,000. That's a poor shot too. I should have shot this T-34 over here. Now, what do you think the odds are of me getting both this T-34 and the GW Panther? With the long load times of this gun. It's not like I'm not playing with a bunch of other Tier 9s. I mean, there's an E75 up here with me, a T-34, an IS-6, and the T-95 and low are kind of lagging there a little bit. But this is the nice thing about this tank. It's highly mobile, pretty quick. You know, I'm chugging along here, even uphill a little bit at 22 kilometers an hour. And I get up over, I was looking for another target, but I said, oh, okay, if the Panthers wants it. I mean, he's only got, what, 37 hit points left.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And, oh yes, I suddenly remembered how this ends. Listen, it's not a perfect game, let's put it that way. But, yeah, so I decided to come down here to closer to their cap. I'm sure there's a guy up here in the woods or something. But there isn't, actually. They're all over on the other side. There's a T-69 that pops up. This is where I kind of make my mistake, if I remember correctly, in terms of how this ends. A couple things, but this is one of them. I should be able to kill him on my first shot. Or do I kill him on my first shot? Okay, maybe I didn't make a mistake here. Thought I fired and then had to wait to reload, but there he is. I decide to get up pretty close on him. And
Enemy armor
okay,
is
so
destroyed.
here is my mistake. This is the one that I never make. So there's the M103 up there. He was I'm not sure what health he was at before, but now he's down to 883. And he wants me. He sees me. He probably knows this is the guy that's killed most of my team. Revenge. This is my poor shot. Worst possible shot I could have really made right off the top of his front glacis there. That was really, really dumb. That cost me a Top Gun. Because my team is just having a... Well, some of them are capping. Oh, that's right. He doesn't kill me. For some reason, I thought he killed me. But I did not get him, basically. But you know, let's take a look at the replay stats. Okay, so here, thanks to World of Tanks replay site, is the summary for the replay. You can see I did, this was a ×1. I got 66,381, 1,935 in experience. Here's all the tanks that got clobbered by me. Team score. What is it ranking it by? That can't be right. Hold on. Oh, here I am. I'm not sure what this default rank is because it's not damage. Obviously, this is damage. So yeah, 5,119 damage, 5 kills, 1,290 experience, which I believe was the top two. I just 5,119. I did pretty well with my 120 millimeter gun, but 5,000 over 5,000 damage on my second game. Not really even used to the tank yet. I have to say that's pretty darn good. I think I'll be happy with the 155 millimeter. So base experience 1290, and even netted 37,000 credits. Potential damage received. I didn't even really get fired at that often. So, but 1440. Anywho, so again, T-30, good tank, nice turret. Can take a lot of abuse if angled properly, if used properly, in terms, especially keeping the turret front portion of this one, the turret toward the enemy. If you can go hull down, it's all so much the better. Got a few more battles that I'll do in separate videos, but thanks for watching this one, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below, and please like or subscribe to our channel. It would be much appreciated. Thanks.